Winning is fun, and the Islanders have now done it 30 times this season in 51 games. They maintain first place in the Metropolitan Division and try and stay ahead of the Toronto Maple Leafs overall in the Eastern Conference. But this game, it didn't exactly have the same flow, same pace, same energy as we saw last night with the Tampa Bay Lightning in town. But ultimately, the Islanders got on the board first, and each team with a goal in that first frame.
Well, it was the Cizikas line again, as we've seen so often through these first 50 games. Basically, Brendan, is that they just. I said at the top of the show, just play your game. Well, that's exactly what these guys do. They just play their game. They don't deviate from it. Tremendously smart play by Cizikas to get it back to Johnny Boychuk. And as I said, he's a hungry guy now. He's understanding what scoring's all about, what it takes, where you got to go to score goals. And so this line doesn't care who scores. All they care about is the line is a plus every night. They do their job. They don't want any kind of a reward. So they get on the board first. But what a great play by Kopitar. Dishes it off to his winger and just drives to the net with his stick down. That's not an easy play. Taves tries to get back, but it's Kopitar who's strong on his stick and just able to shovel that one in. And the Kings and the Islanders would be tied after one.
These goals coming just a minute and 58 seconds apart, 12th of the season for Casey Cizikas. Kopitar leading the team for the LA Kings. He scores his 15th of the year. If you're going to watch a condensed version of this hockey game, there's a chance whoever's making the production is probably just going to fast forward right through the second period. So we're going to do the same thing here and go right to the third period and right to the second half of the third period, where the Islanders and Kings seeing who could get that go-ahead goal. Kings got it, and then that just set the Islanders off.
It seemed to wake them up just a little bit, but it was the Kings and finally in Kovalchuk with a little bit of a lucky bounce. But again, as I mentioned during the game, Kopitar just hangs on. Look at the Islanders. It's all flybys, and Kopitar with time finally is able to get the puck to Brown, and he just lets the shot go. It's way wide of the net and goes in off the skate of Kovalchuk. No chance for Leonard. So the Kings have that 2-1 lead, but Barzal, who didn't have a great game, is able to come up with a huge goal. Beautiful pass from Ryan Pollock. Quick release. Doesn't allow that quick to get in position as he's coming across, and whenever you get him moving, there's always going to be a couple of holes, and Barzal's pretty happy, and the Islanders are happy because they've tied it up rather quickly, and then they really started to take it to the Kings. All kinds of opportunities, and Ryan Pollock just a wrister to the net. Make sure you get it through, get it on net. You can see no big wind-up, no slap shot, and Del Cole tracks it all the way, follows it right to the stick. Beautiful deflection, and Islanders have that lead that they've been looking for a long time since the first period. They had a little insurance goal just to make life a little easier.
Yeah, Nelson, the empty netter, was his 17th, but the second of the season for Michael Dowcole. It goes down as the game winner, and Matt Barzal, that was a huge goal as well. His 15th of the year came at 13:46, and the Islanders come up with a 4-2 victory. 2 goals is pretty much all you get these days against Robin Leonard. You can't fault him for either goal that he allowed, and another solid day in net for the Islanders netminder.
Yeah, he's on a roll, Brendan. I mean, he's feeling it, and nothing seems to rattle this guy. And obviously the team has an awful lot of confidence with him or Thomas Greiss in the net. And as you mentioned, he didn't have to be spectacular tonight, but he had made a couple of real good saves. And he's such a big goaltender that it doesn't give you a lot of room. And so when he's able to cover up those rebounds and be as strong as he needs to be. And look at this save here. He just outweights Kovalchuk. So that's a sign that you're playing with confidence. You don't do anything in a panic way. And Robin Leonard makes another 34 saves. It's becoming routine, Brendan.
Our crease coverage presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance. 34 saves for Leonard, 29 saves on the other end for Jonathan Quick in a losing effort. Another stat for the Islanders, we're talking about streaks, one that extended tonight. The Islanders in the second half of back-to-backs, a perfect 8-0 on the season. It's getting out of hand at this point. How on earth are they continuing to get it, that same effort night in and night out, no matter the schedule?
Well, it's the belief that their game's good enough, and I talked about that as, just play your game, because more often than not, if you play your game, you're going to win. You're good enough. I think they've proven it to themselves, and they're proving it to the rest of the league that they're a real hockey team, and they're tough to contend with. So they don't deviate very often from it. Yes, they make the odd mistake, but these guys just stay right with it. They had to go to the whip tonight because the Kings had them on the rope a little bit, but they found a way, and so as I said, when they get into these situations, it's not, oh, we got to struggle through it. It's like, guys, we can do this.